We have all heard this expressed in the news or over the web. This D.E.I, which represents diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's supposed to be, they're trying to take from various races, cultures, creeds, and gender, and diversifying like administration for government. This present government under the Democratic Party is saying that they're the most diverse administration throughout human history. Well, here's another way of looking at this word, D.E.I. D.E.I. didn't earn it. You know, I heard this the other day. I said, that's amazing. There's another way of saying diversity. What do they mean by he didn't earn it? They're placed into a position not based on their qualifications, but based on some particular diversity, so they include everybody and say they're trying to meet the needs of all men, women, in this world today, of every particular race, class, creed, and gender, and thinking they're proud of that fact. It's human efforts to do what God has already done. It's trying to express that in our spirits, there's a unity. It's already there. You get in the Greek text of that verse in Ephesians, and the tenses is saying it's not something we're trying to conjure up. It's already there. Yet it's been hidden as a mystery, waiting to be revealed. It's not something that can't be known. It can be known, but it can't be known with a fallen carnal mind. It has to be discovered to be in this mind in your spirit, which is said the same mind that was in the Son of God as the Son of Man. He lived out of that mind, and it wasn't his carnal mind. It's his spirit, and the mind of that spirit that always leans to the Father. It doesn't, go with its own ideas. Lean not to your own understanding, but always acknowledge him, you direct your path. You got to acknowledge him through the mind of your spirit. It's after the will of God. But the flesh is after his own self-will, self-created will, according to some particular race, culture, creed, or gender. Consider the fact that in each individual, there's a specific gift. It says it's already been measured out. And each one will find that gift and function in the body to the point the hand can't say to the foot, I don't need you. We all need one another with the diversity of gifts and exercise of gifts according to God's measuring it out to us. He don't do what they did in this world. They get this thing of diversity. You have an individual, right, doesn't know anything about transportation. Yet because of his particular view and perspective of gender, transgender, they place him in the position so they can be diverse in their administration. God doesn't know anything about transportation. They put him in there, but they call him a D.E.I. candidate. He was placed in that position. He didn't have the qualifications. In other words, he didn't earn it. D.E.I. didn't earn it. He used to be, when you get hired, you get hired because you had the qualifications for it. The education, the schooling, or the knowledge, or the interest. Now, because of your particular slant and view of some kind of race, somebody, cultural ideas, you're placed in a position you ain't got the qualifications for it. Now today you have those that are supporters of this D.E.I. The whole platform. And they're applying for Senate or the Congress is based on D.E.I. And you get a population believing in it and voting for it, the guy gets in office. He has no qualifications for that particular office as a congressman or a senator. So when he gets into his office, he supports inclusion, tries to include everybody, trying to meet the needs of all the people. Like I said, you can meet the needs of some people sometimes, but can't meet it all the time. Especially if they don't have a qualification, you're just going to put them in the office or position or give them recognition simply because of their particular race or because of their particular creed. Can you imagine trying to meet the needs of this 100 different genders today? And one guy thinks he's a cat, the other guy thinks he's a dog. And this man thinks he's a woman, this woman thinks she's a man. But you have to put him in the office so you can be diverse. Include everybody. You can see why things never get done. Each one's arguing their point. And everyone's trying to include everything that's being said. And it gets through the confusion. Well, we know who the author of confusion is. He's been pitting us against one another. Today, using diversity, inclusionism, apart from the Spirit, this unity of the Spirit, apart from that, you will never find unity in all this diversity. The philosophical question that only God can answer. Unity and diversity. God Himself. There's a unity and diversity of Father, Son, and Spirit. They're one. And His desire was that we be one with Him. But the way they're going at it, with all this diversity, stop and ask yourself, who put the diversity there? God did. Why? In hope they might go after what He's trying to offer, the unity of our spirit. So they're trying to bring about diversity, inclusion, but they're doing it independent from the unity of our spirits, this oneness. In the opening chapters of the book of Hebrews, the first chapter, it shows you how God did all this. He's done it over time in a diversity of ways, and He did it in portions until the fullness of time. And the final analysis was manifested in one man, Jesus. And the Apostle Paul later expounded upon that. It gets past any secular religious ideas of this. We're so busy not having the same mind. If we had the same mind that was in the Son of God as the Son of Man, we would find this unity. But as long as we got two different opinions and ideas, you're never going to get agreement. Instead of that stupid idea, we agree to disagree. Then you miss the point. It doesn't work that way. Of the same mind, same faith, same baptism, same Father and Lord of us all. In that there's unity. And each takes his role, his part. And one can't say to the other, I don't need you. You're missing the point. As it gets beyond this, we are the world, we are the people. And their idea of unity, they fake it. There's no unity there. Many of them think that unity is in each one embracing diversity, or D.E.I. No wonder it gets so confusing that this mind being you that was in Christ Jesus. You get the religious people, diverse opinions and ideas on all this. And say, you gotta let it all go. Secular and religious ideas. And when James said we gotta cleanse his heart, his subconscious mind, can you hand you sin? From a conscious level, purify your heart, you're double-minded. stop putting things in there and wait for things to come out. He works it out. What's that? This mind of Christ that's said to be in all Jew and Gentile, secular and religious world, unaware. If we could discover that mind, there'd be a fellowship of this mystery that would bring such peace that would pass all our misunderstanding and our so-called understandings. Get wisdom, get knowledge, but above all these, get an understanding. Only God can give that understanding. It has to be that we surrender to our opinions and ideas. The incentive to increase. If you increasing, they're taking away what you increased. It's for the benefit of all. You don't want to cut my incentives to increase. Like the recent candidate for the President of the United States here was advocating, there are those who start off with little. So we got to give them more. God, this gets so twisted, so misunderstood. So I'm waiting on God to give me some clarity to all this matter. They're trying to put it back under communism, which never worked. From each according to his ability, to each according to his need. If you keep taking from those that have the ability, so you can live a good life, their incentive to do that ceases. Respect their gifts, to acquire wealth, and distribute that wealth accordingly, as this mind of Christ would have them distributed. I'm working on a video on that. Most people don't even get it. I don't get it right now. I'm going to get to understand it better. It's called paying forward. Someone helped me to get where I'm at in my life again. They had their gifts and talents and skills. My parents, the teachers I were tutored under, be it secular world or the religious world, each played their part. I can't put one above the other. Each played their part. Some of these teachers should never have been teachers. They were lousy teachers. They did it for the money, the job, the position. But some of these teachers, I remember them. I know them by name. Did I know the other teachers? I didn't learn a thing from them. They were never qualified to be a teacher. It was just a job to them. Had no real interest in this matter. Big difference. There is, without a doubt, more to the subject matter of DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusion. You go on the web, just put that DEI, do a Google search on that, you'll see it. It touches everything. They're slowly trying to get rid of this thing of DEI, because it affects the guys in business. You got to hire your quota of the diversity of different races, cultures, creeds, and gender. And if you don't, they want to sit there and fine you, call you a bigot, a racist. That's racism. When you're being forced to hire someone when they don't have the qualifications for the job. I believe this thing on affirmative action got shot down. People say, oh, we're becoming a racist. We're going backwards. No, it put people in a position that didn't have the qualification. Here's somebody had the qualification. They can't hire that one because they have to hire the quota of a different race or gender. If you qualify, you got the job. That used to be the standard. But that's when things are going haywire. So you go to the news, you'll see it. They're trying to fight this. So I said, God's given the answer. The unity of the human spirit. But we can't get there. We're following the spirit of this world. The flesh and the devil. And you'll never find unity in those three things. The unity is already there. Hidden in your spirit. Get into this mind of Christ in your spirit and allow your Father to show you that we all are His offspring. And it gets past race, cultures, creeds, gender. There's neither Greek nor Jew, barbarian, Scythian, bond, free, circumcised, uncircumcised, nor male nor female. Paul expressed it that way. He shows a whole new idea of creation, new to us because of this fall and our going with the flesh, cut off from our Father.